All right, let me say it like this. Okay. First of all, number one, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. This is this is about matriarchy, patriarchy. All right. And if you've been listening to me any length of time whatsoever at all, you already know my position on it. But I'm going to go ahead and do my best to reiterate it and make it real short, sweet, bitter, whatever you want to call it. It's obvious. Look, I'm what you call old school, very old school. Okay, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, your early 80s. You get it? And I've been around long enough to watch this metamorphosis. I have. I've been around long enough to watch the emasculated, eviscerated, tear down of the man by this feminist movement that's going on. And I'm watching, I'm watching this thing go on. I literally am. But there are women out there. Sure there are. There are good, submissive, obedient women. That's the way, that's the woman's role. Or at least, of course, I use the Bible as my guide, but that's the woman's role. All right? But then there are monsters out there, and the monsters are the ones that hate me. They are the ones who got the loud mouth. In other words, let me give you an example. You would never see my wife, Sister Carol, get on here and trying to preach and teach to men. You will never see my wife get on here having a YouTube fight, video fight with men. You'll never see it. And you will never see, if I choose to have 50 wives, you will never see neither one of them on here doing nothing like that. You know why? Because I'm a man. I'm a man that has my house in order, period. And I'm not looking for the a public approval. I'm not looking for the public opinion. I don't give a damn about the public opinion. I truly don't. I do care about getting the truth out to people. But the problem we having today is that women just simply have lost their way. These boogers they're not submissive. Now, when I'm talking to a woman that is very submissive and a woman that's very obedient, you have to understand, I'm talking about an enigma in this hour that we're living in. And for the most part, every single woman that I've met like that, be it in the ministry or out of the ministry, they have happy homes. They have happy lives. Their husbands are happy. She is happy to have a head over her, a man that is patriarchal. She's happy. The children are happy. You know why? Because they are functioning in their roles. But what we got today is we got women trying to be like men. They trying to walk like men, talk like men, act like men, be like men. I mean, the whole night, they're trying to do it all, just like men. Those are the women you want to stay away from. Anytime you come up with a woman, come up against a woman, and she's doing a lot of this. I'm very leery about women on the internet who doing a lot of this, especially if they're trying to teach the Bible or if they're trying to teach men or any of that. It's off the chain. It's literally off the chain. Listen, American society, just because we're here in this society, don't mean that the society is right as a whole. Now, again, you can pick and choose to live the way you want to live, but most of you are disturbed by people out here, especially these non-submissive mistress monsters of women who out here who run their mouth like a tow motor. You get upset and disturbed with them. And my question is, why would you get all upset and disturb them? You know that first of all, they're not submissive. You know that they're not women. They're monsters. And you know their mouth is hell. You know that, right? And so why even entertain them? Why go listen to them if you know it's going to stir you up? Women today don't want a man. They want a male figure that has the anatomy of a man that they can dominate, manipulate, control. That's what they want. And that's what they want in a husband. And even those who seem submissive with their meek, quiet, humble spirit, they know how. I keep telling men all the time, men, first of all, you need to come to this conclusion right here. You are dumb as hell when it comes to dealing with a woman. That's once you can get that, you well on your way to actually being a man of authority, a man of power, and a man of strength. You're well on your way to being the head of your home and comprehending and understanding how to be a man and run the house. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to be the head of your home or a man of your house. You're not going to do that unless you have a mentor, unless you have a man in front of you. It takes a man to teach a man. It takes a man to raise a man. And what we have is a bad epidemic today. That's why we have this feminization so much going on in our time that we live in now, because women are raising boys and them boys are becoming men. Therefore, you see homosexual tendencies. Men want to, male figures want to show their butts. When, anyway, I ain't going to get in all that. I'm going to stick with the program. All right. But anyway, so you're watching this homosexual agenda just run literally wild. You're watching everything being turned upside down. You see, I'm a man. I speak as a man, act like a man, talk like a man, and I live like a man. Are you following me? I don't care if people disagree with my choices in life. It's my life. I'm going to live it. Now, what you have to do is you have to determine if what I'm telling you is the truth or not. If it is, then go ahead and use it for the benefit. And I'm very careful about who I surround myself with and who I fellowship with, because I know, and I just did a video a few days ago over on Patreon about the law of association. I broke it down. And I'm not going to give it to you here. There's a lot of things I'm not giving to you here because YouTube just done cut a fool on me. I'm telling you. But that's okay. But if you want to know and you want this knowledge that I'm dropping forth, then go over there and be a viewer supporter. Now, if you don't want to be a viewer supporter, then I'll still be posting content here. But it will not. And I promise you, there ain't nothing like I'm doing over at Patreon. But anyway, a real woman loves a real man. And a real woman recognizes a real man when she sees and hears one. And a real woman wants a man to man up and be a man. In the ministry where I'm at, you know what I mean? Men, I know y'all don't like this. And you know what? It's utterly amazing how that today this society has made people to believe that a woman that's chasing a career, a woman that is chasing education, and putting that before family is actually a better woman than the woman who is a chase keeper at home, who is a mother, and who is a good wife. I mean, the highest calling in the universe is mother, because why? You are the first line teacher to those children right there. And if the woman don't teach the children to really truly love their father, the children are not going to do that. You're going to see them being bitter. You're going to see them being angry. You're going to see them. Any bitterness that a woman has, the children will pick up on it. And next thing you know, the children will be despising dads. And you know what happened to the dads? They sit up here and not even realize what the hell is going on, wonder why their children are so distant, because the woman who really truly don't want to submit to the husband is done turned around and done pit the children against the husband because of her feelings and her emotions and all these hormones going crazy and stuff. And now the dad looks like a villain. I mean, they're too young to comprehend and understand because they are close to mama. All right. But a man, a real true woman loves a man. That's all there's to it. In the ministry here, where I preach and teach at, there's hardly any women that actually go out and work on a job. Yeah, really. They have a job around the home. If you don't believe it's a job raising children, have one or two of them. Do that before career, and you're going to find out what a career is when you have to raise their children. What has society done today? They rear your children. The world has the influence of your children. You have children, you put them in daycare, put them in public food, and those, you got 12, 14 years where they spend more time in a day with the world than they do you. And then you wonder why they acting crazy, and they're going batshit crazy and acting ape and every damn thing else. Because, again, who are they having association with? Huh? Who are they persuaded by? You know what I mean? A movie, having a movie time with children, that ain't family time. Having family time is when you get out, you take your family, and you go on a walk somewhere, or you go out and you do things together, as far as going to the zoo, or you teach them as a man, you teach them skills, because most men ain't got no skills today. Because why? They're emasculated. They're very effeminate. They're very sorry. They don't care. Most of them the women is the breadwinner in the family. But in the ministry here, our women, they know who they are. They have a role to play and a role to do. The men have a role to play and a role to do. You're a provider. The woman's supposed to be a chasekeeper at home, and she's supposed to be there to rear the children and be a wise woman and help build the house and not tear it down. How many of you foolish women done tore down houses? There ain't no good man out there. That's the first thing I hear from a woman. And guess what? There ain't no good woman either, because if there was a good woman, the man would be with you then, wouldn't he? If there was a good man. And most of you so busy with this damn mouth right here. You chase off and run off any man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, a real man, he ain't going to put up with your mouth. He'll be, and a man, he doesn't want to talk brutal. He doesn't want to raise his voice towards his wife. He doesn't want to act, act harsh and in a very disciplined manner towards his wife, because he wants to love her. But if she gets out of order, a real man's going to check his wife. And he's going to check her hard, too. And he's going to let her know where your limits and your boundaries is, and you're going to learn. See, what we have today is we don't understand mutual respect. That's what we don't. Now, I'm telling you right now, hey, I've been married to my wife 33 years. 33 years. And we have a pretty decent marriage. Now, makes no difference whether you like it or not. There ain't too many people today out there married that long. And I'm not saying that being married 33 years has been all peaches and cream, because it hasn't been. But I tell you what, I've been through a whole lot less heartache and pains than you have. I promise you that. And you know the thing about it, when you see my wife here on the videos, you look at her demeanor and her character. I trip on these people. Why she always call you sir? It's called respect. You know why? Because I'm the one who's been taking care of her ever since she left home. I am. Sister Carol has probably, in the 30-something years of us being married, she has at best, early on worked no more out there in that system out there, no more than maybe 3 to 4 years. Maybe 3 to 4 years. Other than that, I've been taking care of the house. I'm just using this as an example. You follow me? And if I choose, and I know I got some people off the deep end right here, I don't care about your sorry religion that don't even embrace truth, or you that's afraid of truth. I don't care about your opinion or emotions. But if I choose to have 2, 3, 4, 5 wives, if I want them. After all, my thoughts nowadays is, I need to start thinking about heirs. I need to start thinking about some children that will be raised the right way. And my children were raised the right way, but, the world got them. And I need to start thinking about people who's going to come into this, and I can probably leave them something that I know that they'll do justice with. Because I'm not going to leave everything that I'm doing to a fool. Any way, shape, fashion, or form. And that's another reason why I thank God for the brethren that's coming around. These wise young men. Because the way I got things set up, that things are set up for the men to be able to take it. That's right. The men to be able to take it and take over stuff, because none of our women, none of our children dwell in fear. None of them do. They all at peace. You ought to see the difference. You should see the difference in our sisters, their demeanor, their character, and their face, as opposed to the way you look out there. You ought to see it. And again, I say, I know it's hard to believe, but straightway, well over half the community have college degrees. They have college degrees, or they have been veterans, or they own their own businesses. I know it's hard to believe. It's hard, but I'm telling you the truth. We're surrounded by what the world would call intelligent people. So, if you want to be intelligent, if you actually want to advance in life, then you listen to wise people. You don't take advice from fools. And you definitely don't want to take no advice from any of these cackling chicken women out here. Ooh, boy, sometimes I can't even take it. I'll see a video and I see a woman, she's talking. I'm like, oh, God, I'm out. I'm done. Because first of all, I don't even see that. Are you following me? Because, again, I don't see it. Most women that I have known and met in the world, they would love to be in the position of where our sisters are. chase keepers at home, guiding the house, and rearing and raising the children with our morals, our values, and our ethics, which mostly comes from the scripture. And I'm telling you, they don't have no need of anything. Well, what if that man step out on? We're men of honor. I know it's hard to believe, but in this generation, but we're men of honor and men of integrity. We take care of our homes and stuff. But at the same time, I'm telling you straight up right now, I'm the type of man, I'm not going to put up with insurrection, sedition, any type of rebellion from any woman in my house, period, point blank. I ain't putting up with it. I will not tolerate it. I don't care. I will give you a few passes. I will. And I will feel the pain from those passes. But I promise you, I'm not going to feel that pain too many times. I guarantee that. I'm going to speak. I'm going to say what I need to say and do what I need to do. And that's it. And that's the way most of you need to be out there. After I tell you, if I told you once or twice, and I'm giving you examples out there, man, you tell your wife something once or twice. You tell her twice, and you tell her, we're not going down this path. If she goes down that path again, the only way she know you're going to mean business is if you have disciplinary actions on it. That's it. And you know, in this society, I'm not talking about caning them or beating them or nothing like that. No, I'm not. Me, get your ass out. But I'm such a good husband. I'm such a good provider and such a good father that neither one of us have anything to worry about. None of us do. I mean, after all, I say yes, ma'am, to my wife. I know you people hardly believe. I know y'all believe. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, all right, sister. That's what we call each other, brother and sister, right now. I mean, stuff like that. I know it's hard because the world is just so unruly. It's hard to believe that there are honorable men and honorable women. I even got people from MGTOW that came here during Passover and come to some events, and when they see our sisters, they're like, I thought that there was no more women like this in the world. I'm blown away. I don't care to what fellowship they go. When they see our sisters, they're like mesmerized. They're like, what in the world is going? Where have these women been? And the majority of them are already taken. Because they are good, holy, honorable women. They really, truly are. Man, I would love for some of y'all to actually just have even, if you come to a meeting, actually get to meet our sisters. Most of them are married, but if you actually get to meet them, you'll be surprised the way they carry themselves, the way they talk, and how honorable they are. You'll even be surprised at me because, again, most of you, the only dynamic you know of me is when I'm doing this thing right here, or I'm a preacher, but you don't know me personally. You don't know me personally. And I tell you, guess what I piss off more than anything? Jezebel, loudmouth, sorry, mistress mouth women. That's why I piss off more than anything. And feminine men who have a lot of estrogen dominance in their body. Them the only people I offend, because men, real men, when they listen to me, they go, damn, hell yeah. Where this man been at all my life, man? That's what I'm talking about. That is a man. That's what real men do. That's what real. But sissies and feminine men, castrated men, emasculated men, men who've been raised by women and stuff, man, they are more feminine than a woman is. And that's bad. Even when you look at the lifestyle and the demeanor of homosexuals, you know it's a spirit, because they act more feminine than women do naturally. And you know that this is without natural affection. It's off of the proverbial chain. It is. Anytime, be you male or female, you get outside of your role, don't expect peace to be in your life, because it's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. We are all designed to function a certain way. I tell you what, you see how Melania Trump got her ass in line when she went over there to see the Pope? You see that? Did you see that? Yeah, she put a head covering on. They call it a veil. She put a head covering on because of, the customs and the traditions. I don't see none of y'all out here bitching about her doing that. What about all you feminist women and stuff? What happened? I thought that American women were so free and they're not oppressed. Why she dress her ass up and put a head covering on when she went over there to see the Pope? I mean, why don't you just take your American spirit and go over and do whatever the hell you want to do? Why she do that for the Pope? Huh? And not do it for the Saudis and not do it over in America. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? So whether you like it or not, that man, Pope, just sold that woman and put her in her place. I don't give a damn your husband is Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America. When you come in my presence, that's without anything being said, you will wear black. Did you hear what I said, woman, as a sign of submission? And you will wear a dress. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you will have a head covering on. Do you comprehend and do you understand? And guess what? If you ain't gonna do that, you ain't coming in my presence. Basically, that's what the Pope said. And he told Donald Trump that. And it was up to Donald Trump to get his wife in line and in order. Now you go to other places, man, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do that. You didn't see all that mess when she went over and met a man, did you? Now there's this, every time you turn around, news media's all over this. Every time you turn around, he tries to grab her hand, she's throwing it away. Is there dissension in the camp? I tell you what, I wouldn't put up with that crap. I wouldn't. First of all, it's a privilege for you to hold my hand. And you're supposed to be there to be my helpmate. And if I reach out to grab your hand and you throw my hand away, you won't be going on no more trips during my presidency. You're going to keep your ass right here at home. See, that's how a man talks. See, that's what I'm talking about, the disciplinary measures. I ain't got to worry about taking butt on. Go on and do what you got to do. Go on and do what you got to do. And you don't want to be a good wife? That's all right. There's plenty of other women out there that would love to have a man like me as a wife and will submit. They would love to have me as a husband and she will submit. So, I ain't all about all this manipulation, domination, these sorry little feelings and emotions. We all got roles to play, damn it. And we all got roles to do, and we're going to be judged throughout all of eternity, because eternity and what we do in this life is going to echo throughout all of eternity. So you better hope you get it right. And again, I'm going to say it again. I have pissed off nobody but Jezebels, mistress mouth women, mistreating mouth women, emasculated, castrated, effeminate men. Them are the only people I have offended. Men, they're probably sitting on top of the chair right now, shouting to the rooftop. Hallelujah. That's what they're doing. A real woman, she's probably sitting in the chair with tears running down her face going, yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Ever met a man before?